Here we have the unit circle or the trig circle. Let's explain what every value here means. So first we have our degree measurement. This is a proportion of the amount of the internal angle that we have rotated. We split it into 360 units, so we have 360 internal degrees that take us along the full circle. Next we have our radians here, pi over 6, pi over 2, these values. These actually represent proportion between the arc length and the radius. The arc length is just the distance you've walked along the edge of the circle whenever you go up a certain amount of degrees. Since our radius is equal to 1, then this value actually just equals to s, our arc length. So each of these values here, pi over 2, 5 pi over 6, etc., those represent how far along the edge you have traveled. Next, we have our coordinate pairs here, x and y, that actually come from cosine of theta and sine of theta, or our angle. So we get these because if you draw a little triangle inside here that comes down here, then we have this distance along the x-axis and this distance along the y-axis, which give us our coordinate points. And we get our x and y values from the definition of sine and cosine geometrically, where cosine of our angle theta is actually equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. Well, our hypotenuse is of length 1, which means that our cosine of theta is actually just equal to the adjacent side length. In this case, that just equals an x-coordinate. Similarly, for our y value, we have that as equal to sine of theta, which is equal to the opposite side length over the hypotenuse. Again, our opposite side length, if we drew a triangle here, is actually just the y value, where our hypotenuse length is equal to 1. So our y value divided by 1 is just our y value, giving us our height here. So that's where that comes from. Lastly, we have our tangent of theta value here, and this is actually equal to the ratio of our sine of theta, or our y value, over our cosine of theta, or our x value. So this actually gives us the amount that we have gone up relative to the amount that we have gone across. This can also be known as rise over run, or slope. And this tangent theta actually gives us the slope of a line going from our origin to that point along the edge of the circle.